So they went from one person left alive to now all of a sudden they're on the assault again. Terror Squad content just to sit back and get overrun, it looks like, by RRQ. So here we are looking at Torty going up against Evos in the compound here.
Illuminate getting some huge knocks there as well. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Evos with 2 players down. They're more than likely going to go ahead and finish them off.
Evos has the potential of going out early right now. Here comes X for the save, and he gets shot up as well. They are in trouble. One player finished off in Bullshark, and Ernie is down. X is limited on HP. We'll see how he can do.
He does have to watch out because Torty, look at that flank by Torty. They haven't even noticed. They're currently just distracted with what's in front of them. Oh, that big grenade there by him. That Kobe, baby. Being able to go ahead and finish them off in Torty. Is Torty going to go ahead and just push the action here, trying to get a different angle, trying to distract them a little bit? That way his teammates can go ahead and just rearrange themselves and see if maybe they can just go ahead and push all together. They know they currently have the advantage with
X
players.
in the shack there. They saw him run across to save. They know he's there. Just a matter of getting in position to come in and finish him off.
And here we go. There you go. Evo's X gets knocked down by Torty. Now it's up to JC. What is JC going to go ahead and do?
JC's got to get the heck out of there, man. He's going to hide. He's going to hang out. But unfortunately, the Molotov from Torty, well, that's not going to be allowed. It looks like they're going to come for him here. Oh, look at that grenade.
The grenade.
That was a beautiful grenade.
Oh, my gosh. Just barely at the door frame. He has to watch out. He's going to start getting pushed here, and he could get pushed by 4 teams, but they also have to be careful because LHW is just lurking by.
Look at the nade. Look at the nade. This is beautiful. They're going to run, jump.
Great plays here by JC.
I like how he split their squad with that.
So surrounded right now. Luckily for him, here comes the shots. Ladies and gentlemen, JC just gets
Evos
2 out.
goes out. Nice try. X goes down. JZ goes down. And that is the 17th place team right now. Evos winning one of the games earlier. Again, this competition is no joke. Everybody is good. And again, they go out early.
They do have to watch out, and look at this. Gang of Stars just passing by CPT. They probably don't want that fight just yet. And something I'm starting to notice here by Gang Stars, they are starting to get on top of the mountains now. They might have noticed a little bit from LHW and GTW going pretty much on those hills, at the top of the hills, and they want to go ahead and maybe mimic a little bit of their gameplay as well.
Indeed, Hero coming across right now on the boats from the southern island, or at least wrapping around here. They're going to be coming up from Morsk here shortly. There we've also got BTR in a boat as well. Lots of positioning and jockeying for spots going on here. RRQ, D2E getting another finish there on the Terror Squad from India.
The Terror Squad just not playing like they're actually
way out in the zone. They're driving the wrong way. What are we doing here, guys? The zone is the way you're driving. They're going to probably hang out and just look to come in late.
Just try to maybe fake out some people. We saw that a little bit in the NA finals. I believe it was Wildcard when they were just playing with 3 players at one point. They were able to just wrap around the military base and just...
They're trying to come into Prim without being noticed. They went way away from shore, so they wouldn't be noticed. They're going to be coming into Prim behind everybody else. It's going to be tough, though, and there it is, Hero. Oh, man, this is tough. Pyra absolutely destroying that boat.
Hero jumps out. He jumped out just in time.
He saw the health on his boat, and he was like, listen, I ain't about to stand for this. And look at this. This boat we know is lit up.
You gotta watch out. He might be able to blow him up. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Pyra being able to go in and finish their Hero official. He still has to be careful.
He knows there's somebody in there. Yeah, he knows there's somebody in the water. Foxer jumped out just in time. He knew he blew up the boat, didn't get the kill. And look at that. He just spotted the team that came up.
Huge push here by GG as they just go ahead and push that compound. Interesting stuff, though, because KWCD has the
huge play. Justice with a huge play for Korea. That was an amazing job with the gross up from the top of the roof, getting 2 knocks there.
Bad plays there by GG as they just got absolutely demolished. They thought they had the advantage there by rushing in. Little did they know KWC had some people on the roof and just finished them slowly. Actually, finished them super fast.
Yeah, you had June coming around the corner there on the flank, getting the finishes on those knock players. One interesting bit is the guys that just came across in Primorsk. Man, that was impressive. And then check this out. The longest kill distance so far by Gangstars' Pyra. 364 meters on that last mini shot taking out the boat. Very impressive.
Hey, a record is a record. And look at this. C9 Rolex just now starting to destroy people from full send. Katerina goes out. Exclusive is very close by, and he has to watch out because Exclusive finished off Hot Jukes earlier.
That's right. She's looking to get some more...
You can't stay still for too long. these teams will start moving and getting angles on you. And C9 Rolex now getting some damage. They're jumping around, trying to figure out where currently Ollie Pocket is. Little does he know, Ollie Pocket is laying down. Carnage does notice her. Carnage starting to get some damage there from Ollie Pocket. He has to back up a little bit.
It's now up to Fandy. Fandy's all the way on her own right now, trying to save the squad. Looks like Rolex and Carnage good to heal up. And look at this. This is an interesting strategy here for sure. We'll see if it pays off here in just a moment. No, it doesn't. They shoot the bush. Kodo sees her. Fandy goes out. I like the strategy, though. You know you're not going to win that gunfight 1v4. You just better hope for the best, and unfortunately, the best didn't happen for her. Good game's a full send on that one.
Might as well just lay down in the bush, wait a little bit, but unluckily for her, Kodo was just too eagle-eyed there in destroying her. Now, C9 Sam still having the Uzi. Look at this.
Yeah, Uzi's a really good choice, in my opinion. I like that gun a lot, and as long as you've got your main weapon, the Uzi can work out really, really nice in close quarters.
An interesting place we have here as LHW is very close by Sute. I don't think LHW has noticed that anybody is close by. He does actually, he uses that new feature in the game, which pretty much if you're running and you crouch, it is going to go ahead and throw you to the ground. That way you go down a lot faster. So smart plays there by him.
You see the shots coming in from distance here. Sute definitely where he's there. Oh my goodness. He spots him, knocks him with the nade. Absolutely zero chance for Zute there. Eliminated with no problems there by LHW.
LHW, look at this. And every single time they see somebody, they want to go ahead and back them up. They're saying, no, 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 you don't want any of this. And now,
Terror Squad coming in. They just got shot at by LHW, got weakened, and now they're hitting a compound that's occupied by the other Chinese team, the Comfortable Penguin team.
Terror Squad. Pretty much losing one there earlier too. I believe it was our RQ, if I'm not mistaken. Still playing super passive, and CPT just waiting patiently. They have Groza. They got
Illuminate over on the side there. Just kind of
what they need. Illuminate, yes. Illuminate throwing some smokes here, trying to get some cover. But look at this. He knows that he got shot there by LHW. Does he really want that fight? I don't think you do. Just play it patiently as you've been playing it the whole time.
All Chinese players round out your top 5 in kills right now. GT Akan rocking 14 kills to his name. That's 4 more than the second place person.
Look at all the grenades CPT7 is just going to go ahead and throw there. That is absolutely insane, as he does have a squad pulling up on him. KWCD pulling up
Just
a little bit too aggressive
here.
there. A little bit too aggressive. As you mentioned, everybody has every angle covered there. You don't want to go ahead and you don't want to see that happen. That's the second time we see that happen now.
Looks like Cloud9 is approaching as well. This is a really, really solid compound hold right now by CPT.
Different angles. People in different places.
Look at the mini-map and all the squads in the area.
My goodness. I'm loving the action. I'm loving the IQ of the players here today, as they are just making sure the back is just covered. As we now got KWCD pushing by CPT, able to destroy him there, and CPT just starting to clear out the bottom floor, making sure he finishes off people and also picking them up.
We've got CPT holding the compound here. Terror Squad trying to move their way in. Nades coming here shortly. Oh, wow. It takes a little bit of damage there. He's hanging out in the house, going to apply some bandage, patch up his wounds, and they're going to be looking to fight again here shortly.
Patch up as fast as he can. And look, see, Galaxy now gets there, but they're currently getting knocked down left and right there by RRQ. And Arab Madness trying to get down on Quarry, trying to get some cover from some kind of building, because he does have RRQ coming up behind them.
It looks like they're making their way down to the Quarry. Arab Madness holding court here. They definitely have the early position, but that's a tough place to defend. Not a lot of spots to hide. The zone here, though, right in the middle of Quarry and just a little bit south there in the open field. So it should be interesting for sure.
And something to point out there, the first teams that were actually in the zone, LHW and GTW being in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. So great movement there by him, great rotations.
Look at the shots.
Now we're seeing Carnage getting shot up. They have to go ahead and jump out of this car, because if not, they're going to go ahead and get blown up.
I mean, this is crazy. They cannot drive anywhere without just being completely destroyed. And look at that. Car blows up. Rolex goes down again. Who is it? LHW just completely destroying vehicles. Anybody that goes by is not safe.
C9 Sam goes down. C9
White
Kodo
Sam,
goes down as well.
Oh, this is trouble again for Cloud9.
Cloud9 gets taken out by LHW. LHW wants that win. They're taking out everybody. Terror.
Carnage goes down. LHW again comes out on top from that one.
And Torty here just trying to finish somebody off. Torty now starting to get shot from the side. He actually gets pretty much pushed. Barbosa actually. Sorry about that. He gets pushed and King is now just laying down as Torty is starting to push the action a little bit towards the top of that hill.
Appa's pushing the top of the hill, trying to finish off Barbarossa, but at the top, King is waiting. King misses the shots with the UMP, and unfortunately, he is another knockdown for Aaron Madness.
And guess who's there to pick up the kills? LHW, RRQ now starting to push up. This is going to be a good fight as RRQ is starting to push up against LHW.
Another vehicle explosion there for LHW. They're able to take out more people with vehicles. Pyra down, and Illuminate rolls up right on him, finishes him off, and the rest of Gangstar's out in the zone currently.
And Gangstar's in a bad spot here, as you mentioned, out in the zone. And look at this, LHW now sniping people away. They have 10 kills to their names already. And now here comes the knock, baby. Just picking them apart from far apart, actually.
Impressive stuff here. LZD from Doyu just absolutely destroying from range there. Taking his time, semi-automatic fire, picking them apart. We got Ed here trying to return fire from GT Doyu.
Ed currently just waiting patiently as he might be the only one currently, actually, he's the second one currently up from his team. Look at this, LHW just letting it rain on him.
LHW is fighting 5 squads at the same time right now. They literally have 5 squads on the ropes, and they're not even feeling pressure at the moment.
They're just backing everybody up. They're showing dominance, pretty much. That's what it is. They are showing them, hey, we are here. We are kings of this hill. You ain't coming anywhere near us.
Oh, look at the grenade coming here from G9.
G9. Is he going to be able to go ahead and get that kill? Here comes the smokes, actually. There's going to be a lot more smokes as he wants to go ahead and pick up his teammates and apply some bandages and all that stuff because, ladies and gentlemen, we got 8 teams left, 21 people alive, and the circle is starting to get smaller as Akan and 6 Scott gets taken out there by Doyu Ace.
Ace, I mean, these guys are racking up kills right now, getting knocks. There's another one that looks like 13 now for these guys. Unreal.
RRQ stealing that kill there from LHW. Interesting stuff as they were able to pretty much pick up some easy kills by him. And look at this, CPT now going up against LHW.
Interestingly enough, Gangstars did make it out of the zone. It looked like they were really out of position with all the other fighting going on. They got lost track of. Zuxi getting knocked. Ever Fury taking care of him, and then Elusu as well taking care. There's so many squads fighting right now. It's literally anyone's game. They gotta find cover. Lots of trees in the middle here, but otherwise an field. I think Smokes are gonna go to play shortly.
Angry gets taken out there by CPT-17, and there goes Ever Fury. Gangstar's is now out, ladies and gentlemen. Higher placing than the previous games, so that's good for them. They might go ahead and get in a group. And GT Doyu just waiting patiently. Somebody's right next to him, and he's not even shooting. The patience on this man, it is insane.
Really good patience there from GT Doyu. Top of the hill. CPT in the middle of a fight right now with LH Doyu. We got RRQ, D2E finally getting knocked.
Now, interesting stuff here is that LHW does not have the circle advantage to them. At least not anymore. Pretty much, they're gonna have to figure out a way to get there as soon as possible. They got 44 seconds to figure this out. As CP then is just pretty much linear rate, and here we go. RRQ G9 knows that they're currently he's got LHW at a disadvantage, so he's gonna go ahead and just let those bullets drop.
Looks like they're pushing the flank on him a little bit. Ed's still hanging out on the flanks right now, unnoticed. Trying to catch somebody by the element of surprise here. Looks like LZD is down, but look at the return fire. Right away, Ace coming back and knocking Lucio.
Doyu Ace getting some shots right there as CPT is also, they're pretty much just trading shots back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Now here comes the smokes. They know they're gonna have to push. They're starting to push. They're pretty much picking people up as they're running towards the circle. LHW having a strong game here today.
They still don't know Ed's there. Ed has not fired a shot. He's been laying prone. He finally decides it's time to pop up. Unfortunately, doesn't get anybody, and he's going to be knocked.
Ed waited just a little bit too long there, as now we have the final 2, ladies and gentlemen. We got RRQ versus LHW. Let us know who you think is going to win this game, because LHW is now going for the push. They only have 2 players. One of them gets knocked from this side. RRQ laying down, waiting patiently. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. RRQ gets the win. LHW, even though they had a great game, they finished on the 2nd spot.
Again, huge numbers. LHW once again has put up 16 or more kills in a game. Wow, RRQ Athena getting the victory, though. Really impressive stuff from them. They had a lot of really good fights. DGB really carrying a lot of the load for them earlier on against the Terror Squad, popping out of the windows of the buildings. And then they also came in and took out Wildcard as well with that aggressive push. So really, really solid game for them all the way around.
Definitely, that's something I like to see. That's something that we mentioned throughout the match is you want to be aggressive. When you have people knocked down, you want to go ahead and push the action and finish them off because the kills do come into play. As we just seen the Chinese teams get a bunch of kills. They're pretty much, we saw, as you mentioned, LHW was fighting 5 teams at the exact same time.
Hey, valiant effort from them. They made it all the way to second place that game, and a million kills it seemed like to boot. But again, really kind of taking out all kinds of vehicles and whatnot. Just everybody that drove by, they were not afraid to pull the trigger.
RRQ Athena with the chicken dinner at the end, but oh boy, does China continue to look so scary. LHW, CPT, and GTW 3rd through 4th as well, but let's not take away anything from RRQ there. They were able to find the perfect spot, especially that flanking position towards the end of that final moments against LH. It was phenomenal.
That was really, really good stuff from them. All of those teams positioned so well, and just how, I mean, the way they held that ground, didn't miss shots, blew up vehicle after vehicle, and put out so much pressure was just so impressive.
Suppression fire just pretty much everywhere, completely honest, everywhere. It turned out to be the circle wasn't on their side, and I think that's what actually hurt them.
Yeah, definitely. So overall, really racking up quite a lot of points to try and catch up with our Chinese leaders at the moment here, but it's still going to be difficult because you were mentioning that our Chinese teams there before had already gotten so many kills themselves even in that round itself.
I mean, it's early, right? We keep saying it's early.
Yeah.
But it's going to be late here before long if these other teams don't turn it on. You can't continue to give up firsts and thirds and seconds to these teams and let them at the same time put up 15+ kills.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from game number 3, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. As obviously there was a lot of kind of back and forth game fighting even going on in that previous game with a lot of kind of aggressive moves that we already saw. GTW at the very beginning over at Skull was one of those aggressive moves, 7, which really was impressive with a start from 6 God game, those 2 knocks.
It definitely was, as we see some of the teams there just getting ready for the match, and we are going to be showing you some of the highlights here, but as you mentioned, I honestly think if LHW would have had the circle there, they might have just go ahead and edge that game. And Rolex being able to go ahead and knock people out, and GT, this is one of the best plays of the game right here. Knocking one down, and
watch the car fly by right here.
I don't know where the car.
Unbelievable push here. I mean, I just love the calculated risk here. They do lose a player, but again, with that type of numbers disadvantage, you're able to pick them back up, get back in the fight without much risk.
And right here, Lucifer and the Wildcard squad just being able to destroy BRK. That's huge for them. And RRQ over here, once again, pushing the action. We're seeing a lot of teams being aggressive, and it's working out for them.
Definitely Evo's there, trying to save their members. Unfortunately, didn't work out. Big Russian bot, Europe's second-place finisher, absolutely pummeled them for that. And check this out, longest kill of the tournament so far. Pyra from 364 meters with the mini taking out the boat, and Hyro is going to go down.
Hyro once again getting caught pretty much out in the open, or at least in a vehicle, and getting blown up.
Nade.
That grenade was just wonderful.
Zute, are you hungry? Here, eat a grenade.
He wasn't even expecting that. I didn't even know how he saw him. That man is just insane. And right here, Arab man is just letting the bullets drop. He did get caught just laying down for too long. And third parties, that's something that we're seeing a lot towards the end of the game. People just pretty much getting third party.
You see CPT here holding their defensive position on that hill. They got the lower part of it. And again, fighting against LHW. Really, really tough fight here. And again, look at the amount of bullets coming out. No recoil. And just really, really supreme fighting there from LHW. Unfortunately, not able to get him the victory. RRQ Athena coming through in the clutch, getting the victory as the zone moved away from LHW.
And all importantly, RRQ was the team that got #1 when it came to the Asian qualifier. They were victorious against a lot of these high-octane Asian competition that we saw in their regional finals. So they're able to rack up quite a lot of kills. But here are the kill rankings from that team kill rankings, even I should say. Overall, an LHW 40 now in 3 games.
40. I mean, just the fact that they are worth 15 points apiece. You guys can see the difference between the top 3 teams and the rest of the field right now. That is going to be a massive gap to keep up. That's why I'm saying that the teams that are not placing in the top right now, they really have to focus on placement and quick, or this is going to be a runaway in a hurry.
And LHW Ace there, just 15 kills in LHW LCD with another 15
insane.
kills. 30 kills between 2 players after 3 games.
And a third one of their players sitting at number 6 overall in the tournament. 3 players from the same team, all of the top 6 in kills.
Unless you're from China, you have to be brothers with G9 and D2E managing to sneak into that top 10 as well there for RRQ. And overall, just such impressive play. It's rare that you see that kind of consistency coming into a tournament, but there you have it so far from our top teams. Looking at comparing these standings at the moment, of course, 16 squad kills apiece for both of these teams in that previous game, I should say, and very close, but RRQ managed to squeak it out at the end.
Are these guys going to get targeted in future games here? We know they've dropped Novo every single game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where new teams start strategizing now to start limit. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not playing to move on here. We're playing for the money. This is all the prize pool is on the line. Here are your round 3 standings.
And that's something that I am definitely going to go ahead and start seeing. Our team's going to go ahead and start just pushing them from the get-go. Not letting them get comfortable. Not letting them pretty much loot up for so long. And RRQ Athena getting 740 points. LHW getting 605 points. Just insane amount of points by this team and kills alone.
I mean, this was a massive round for RRQ to put themselves back on the board, right? Not only is it huge points for number 1, but it's also huge points for kills, where compared to the 3 top Chinese teams that we've seen so far in the few rounds, they were far behind, but RRQ is now managing to catch up a little bit.
Definitely. One of the quiet performers of the day has been Big Russian Bot. Again, hanging out in the top, little bit of the standings, 5th or 6th, pretty much every game. Total score, though, here are your 4 top teams, and they have distanced themselves quite a bit. CPT still holding out the top spot right now by a fair bit over GT Doyu and LH Doyu, and then you got RRQ Athena right behind in 4th place.
We're definitely seeing this team starting to run with it. It's going to go ahead and turn out in pretty much the next game and also in day 2. What are the teams, for example, like Gangstars or Big Russian, but what are they going to go ahead and start doing? Are they going to go ahead and just start pushing a lot more of the action? And as example, Wildcard as well. Do they want to go ahead and just get more kills? Because right now they're sitting on the 12th spot, so they need those kills for the points, and they also need the win.
They really do. Right now, the field is wide open from everywhere, 5th on down. All of those teams with one good performance could jump over everyone, but unfortunately right now, they really got to start working on those top 3 or 4 teams, man. They've really put a gap between them.
And it's not as if we're seeing a lot of this aggression come towards the late game or anything like that.
Right.
If they see the opportunity, they're willing to take it early game, which isn't a very common trait in PUBG or PUBG Mobile.
Right, you saw a little bit of patience from GT Doyu early on with them looking down at the terror squad inside of the compound, just north of the bridge there. That was the only real, super patient thing we saw. Other than that, it was just lots of aggression, lots of shots.
Yeah, definitely. 7 overall, what do you make of it?
Aggressive is paying off. We're just seeing aggressive teams are pretty much, they're getting what they want. GT Doyu getting those kills, pushing the action. LH Doyu as well. Just aggressive styles is paying off right now.
Yeah, definitely. So, crazy stuff from our first 3 games. Of course, we only have 1 more game left here today. You guys excited for our final game?
I'm so pumped. I want to see how this shakes out. I want to see if any of the other teams in this tournament can really come put their stamp on it and start climbing up the leaderboards to challenge some of these Chinese teams.
Yeah, we've been saying it's early, but it's day 1 is almost over. Some of these teams need to go ahead and step it up a little bit more and start pretty much just chopping down on those top 3 teams.
Yeah, it's a really good point that you bring out, because, we say early, but then by the time this day is done, that's 33% of the tournament.
That's
completely
right. I'm going to
finished.
keep saying it's early until it's not. So we're a third of the way through.
All right, let's head down to the stage with an interview to hear from our winners.
Welcome back, guys. We're here on the stage with RRQ's D2E. They were just able to pick up the win from the 3rd official round here. So we're going to ask them some interview questions, as always, with our little telephone game that we have going on here. So first question I'm going to ask is, you're the 3rd Thai team to win, and a bunch of these other Chinese teams are also performing very well. But who do you feel like is your biggest competition in the entire tournament? Is it another Thai team or perhaps a Chinese team?
你是第3支来自泰国的队伍赢的，然后你觉得哪一队是最强的对手？
เป็นเรามี3ทีมที่เป็นตัวแทนของประเทศไทยมาร่วมการแข่งขันครั้งนี้แล้วขอถามว่าคิดว่าทีมไหนจะเป็นทีมที่แข็งที่สุดที่เรากลัวที่สุด
ทีมไทยเหรอครับ
ใช่ค่ะ
อีโวฮะ ทุกคนน่ากลัวหมดฮะ
ถ้าชื่อ是 Eagles
Evos.
Okay, so that makes sense. A lot of very strong Thai teams here. They feel like EVOS is probably their biggest competition. So, second question here. You guys were able to win the Asia region. They got first place over there in Thailand. So, I'm just curious, do you guys have the confidence to get first place here in the global finals?
亚洲预选赛得了第1名，你们有信心赢这次的比赛吗？成为这次的冠军吗？
ถามว่าคือคิดว่าตัวเองจะได้ที่1ในโลกไหมคะ
คิดครับ คิดไว้แต่ก็ไม่ประมาทฮะ เพราะว่าทีมจีนเขาคงมาตรฐานไว้ดีอยู่ครับ
他说那个就是他说是有信心的，但是也不敢100%的确定。
We have confidence, but we're not 100% sure.
Okay, well, that's good to hear that they do have confidence. Hopefully, they can become a little bit more sure as the days do go along. So, give a big hand for D2E and RRQ who are able to pick up the win in our third round. You guys can now go off the stage as we are going to do our next big raffle we got going on here. And today, guys, this is going to be the biggest gift we are going to give away to one lucky person in the audience right now. We are going to be giving away one Samsung Galaxy Note 9 for a lucky member of the audience. And I'm going to be taking a ticket out of this here box and see who is going to get that. So ready your tickets, and if it does match up, I will call out your ticket name. Ticket number 1444. 1,444. Anyone out there? 1,444. 1444. Okay. We're going to have to do it again. Nobody over there? Oh. Looks like maybe we have a winner. I'm not sure. Perhaps not. Okay, I suppose we'll have to go on to the next. I don't think that. Yeah, I think we have to draw again. So, next ticket here. Okay, well, this ticket is ripped. And because of that, I'm going to pick another ticket. Sorry about that. All right, feeling around. Gonna try to pick a full ticket this time. Okay, number 1,522. 1522. Anyone out in the audience with 1522? Nobody? Okay, we'll select another ticket then. Be careful with that box. It's got a lot of good tickets in there. Hopefully full tickets. Okay. Let's try this again. Number 1434. 1434. 1,434. Nobody? Okay, on to the next one. All right, I found another one. Okay, number 644. 644. Nobody? Really? Okay. We're just doing this until somebody gets picked, so I suppose You guys are lucky about that. I don't feel any other tickets except the other half of the RIP ticket, so I suppose we can do the RIP ticket from before. If I can find it in this pile, okay. All right, got it. Now I can't exactly... Okay. It is number 755. 755. Anybody? No? Well, there's no more tickets in the box. We're gonna need to go and move to the next box. We have other boxes prepared with, hundreds and hundreds of different tickets, so I suppose we'll wait until they pick up the next box. Okay, well, apparently not. That's gonna do it for this segment, guys. I suppose we'll be back in the next segment to potentially give you a Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Sorry we weren't able to get anyone this time around, but that's gonna do it for now. We'll see you guys after the break.
Pubgm! Woo! Brothers, my brothers.
Here we go. Where are my other people at?
Well, I mean, it's so crazy because we all live in different parts of the world. So this is like the second opportunity, other than the North American Challenge, to actually be together in person. You know, we spend so many hours in game together. So being able to hang out together is just, oh, it's awesome.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
有这几天我们都是晚上一起研究那个新手机，还有战术，还有研究了其他战队的那些比赛视频。
يلا كل واحد مكانه.
And thankfully to PUBG Mobile, the campus championship that was held in India gave us the opportunity to come here, and we are really excited for the PMSC Global Finals, and we really hope we can win it.
이게 1회로 끝나는 게 아니라 2회, 3회 계속 이어질 수도 있으면 좋겠고, 저희뿐만 아니라 많은 전 세계의 사람들이 이런 기회를 얻어서 좋은 경험을 해봤으면 좋겠습니다.
Saya suka PUBG Mobile.
Hey guys, it's me, Brendan, here for the PMSC, the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge in Dubai for the World Finals. Let's go ahead and go. It's the biggest frame in the world and it looks so cool from the outside. Oh man, we're going really high. This is an amazing place to go if you just want to see all the sights, basically, of Dubai. I'm gonna walk across.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh my god. The main attraction here is this, the VR park. Take a look at that, guys. That is insane. The birds drop. This might just be the main attraction. Okay, here we go. Me and these guys. Woo-hoo! We're okay. Woo! Woo! All right, guys. Well, my hair was blown back from that one, even if it wasn't real. Right outside the Dubai Mall, you got the water on my left. I feel like we had to show you guys this. Really? No. How are you? Oh, I'm a broadcaster in Korea for PUBG. You know PUBG Mobile? Okay. Yeah. Back it up. Okay. Thanks. Back it up. Wow, that was a really incredible water fountain show. I've never seen anything like that. Definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I've never done this before. It looks like it should be a lot of fun. Let's go try it out. All right, here we go. Up the sand. Can he do it? Oh, this is crazy. Woo! Okay. The camera. The camera.
This is a blockbuster. You're gonna love it.
Oh, is the weather just so amazing. And wow, we do have the Burj Al Arab. If you come down to Jumeirah Beach, you can take pictures, you can enjoy the water and the sand. I would highly recommend it. Finally finished our Dubai tour and we've made it to the front of the festival arena. as you can see right here, for the PMSC Finals. The best teams from around the world joining together at the World Finals here for PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. It's right in front of the building that's going to be holding your festival here for PMSC World Championships here in Dubai. Are you guys ready to get going? It's a tiny world within your hands. PMSC with PUBG Mobile, and it's a tiny world within the world here at Dubai. Oh yeah, I almost got him. PUBG Mobile Star Challenge.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need, until you need it.
Welcome back here as we get things going, and we are going to have our final game of day number 1. I was just checking over my notes to make sure everything's right and precise. To my left-hand side, I have Pubgm as well as 7 Wheels Gaming, and together we're going to bring you all of the action from our final game of the day, as well as what's coming the next 2 days. And let's go back for a moment. Let's take a step back and talk about some of the happenings in our previous game, of course. We did see Wildcard try and gain a little bit of traction, a little bit of momentum, but that was furiously swept aside by RRQ very quickly after they gained a little bit of it.
It was. RRQ extremely impressive last game, really kind of taking it to a lot of people. We saw the Chinese teams again, like 1, 3, and 4, I think, or excuse me, 2, 3, 4. Just crazy performance across the board at the top of the slate. I want to see a little bit more from some of the North American teams, from some of the European teams. Hero get eliminated out in the boats.
Yeah.
Cloud9 kind of got in trouble again pretty early. I would like to see them kind of get into a position of strength a little bit later on in the game.
And we kind of saw that a little bit too, right? With Gangstars just getting knocked off super early there in game number 2, and in game 3 at least being able to go ahead and secure a fit spot. So it is possible. It's definitely something that they can do, but we want to go ahead and see a little bit more of that, especially from other teams that are actually kind of like knocking on the door. They need to go ahead and step it up a little bit more.
Big Russian Bot would be a great example of that. They finished pretty well, 5th and 6th place quite a few times. But again, not as many kills as some of these other teams. They really got to step up the placement and or start really slaying out.
Definitely. In terms of our Western representation, there are some of the teams that we thought might be able to really step up and do well. Teams like Big Russian Bot, teams like Cloud9, etc. from North America, and obviously the team Hero from Europe as well. But so far, it's been a bit of a struggle, and I'm sure that, again, there's plenty more to be playing for. For now, though, let's hear from even more teams here that are going to be competing to become world champion.
接受采访的时候比较紧张吧，因为害羞。大家好，我叫陈林航，然后游戏 ID 是 CPT 航，然后职业是主播。
Hello， 我叫陈雨桐，我是 CPT 的流苏，年龄是21岁，职业是一名主播。
大家好，我叫唐红，然后我的 ID 叫 CPT 762，我的职业是职业选手。
大家好，我叫王思海，游戏 ID 是 CPT 17，然后我是今年19岁。
后面几把发挥的不是很好，然后当时我们就觉得可能有点悬了，但是最后积分出来的时候，突然来了一个惊喜，我 surprise 了。
信心肯定有的，但是还是要看实力还有运气。我们战队的优势就是枪挺准的吧，然后就喜欢跟别人打架，就谁打我们一下，我们就要打谁一下。
就是比赛中的话，一般队伍为了名次就是会打得比较猥琐一点，就不敢打架。但是我们队伍的话，在比赛中就是比较敢打，然后观察性会比较强。
我最喜欢的武器是 Scar，因为 Scar 我感觉他声音好听。
最喜欢的武器是 Groza， 因为伤害特别的高，然后射速也特别快，跟人近战打起来的时候胜算比较高。
海岛自然图最喜欢的点就是机场，因为物资挺多的，而且我们经常在这个点 就是落这个点。
这个只是表面吧，我们打比赛的时候会展现不一样的我。采访的时候我们会比较少说话，然后比赛的时候我们不会。
我们是通过那个亚洲的3D战的时候被泰国队，然后被他们围下来的时候，
我们可能当时因为最后几把没有打出自己的风格，打得太保守了。
做好自己应该做的，然后都为自己队伍做点贡献吧。
打好自己的，然后就多跟队友沟通，然后尽力吃鸡。
CPT 加油！
Я из России, город Печоры, Республика Коми, работаю на железной дороге.
Меня зовут Женя, я живу в городе Конотоп, Украина. Игровой никнейм мой Аркси.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Арам, я из Санкт-Петербурга.
Меня зовут Оскар, я из Алматы, из Казахстана.
Первая такая большая заграничная поездка. И здесь климат, конечно, очень сильно отличается от нашего. У меня на родине сейчас очень холодно, минус, а здесь тепло и очень уютно.
Ну, она охватывает, наверное, основные аспекты, в принципе, жизни человека. Ты должен что-то добыть, ты должен выжить, ты должен бороться.
Да, конечно, хочется показать, что способен, так сказать, сделать максимум, который получится, но при этом также стоит учитывать, что здесь профессиональных игроков и тех, кто реально хорошо умеет играть в PUBG, намного больше, чем было на прошлом турнире, и это будет сделать намного сложнее.
Всем, кто верит и болеет за нас, всем привет, ребята, держим кулачки, мы будем рвать.
Друзья, болейте за нас так, как вы болели за нас на европейском турнире, и мы постараемся снова сделать невозможное.
สวัสดีครับผมหนุ่มหรือวัชรากรที่อังกฤษชื่อในเกม Echo Gen 4 อายุ 23 ทำอาชีพ Facebook Creator ครับสวัสดีครับผมนายเมธัศน์ องค์สุรภาอาชีพการศึกษาอยู่มหาวิทยาลัยกรุงเทพครับชั้นปีที่2ครับชื่อไอศูนย์บุญยงครับทำอาชีพเป็นนักกีฬา e-sport ภายใต้สังกัด Illuminate ครับสวัสดีครับชื่อโจนะครับชื่อในเกม Maroon 5 นะครับอยู่อาชีพภายใต้สังกัด Illuminate e-sport นะครับชอบนักร้องครับผมนักร้องวง Maroon 5 ครับผมร้องเพลงแต่หลับตาก็ได้โจ้หลับตาเห็นหรอมองได้And I play for trying to come home รู้สึกดีนะครับเพราะว่าทางทีมงาน Tencent หรือ Samsung เนี่ยต้อนรับพวกเราดีมากนะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องที่พักหรือว่าเรื่องความรู้สึกที่ได้มางานนี้นะครับก็รู้สึกดีใจครับแล้วก็เหมือนได้มาหาประสบการณ์ใหม่ๆด้วยครับจากตัวแทนประเทศไทยครับรายการ BTNC ได้อันดับชนะเลิศอันดับที่1ในประเทศไทยครับสำหรับตัวโจ๊กของทีมเรานะครับผมก็ต้องยกให้หัวหน้าทีมของเราเลยเพราะว่าเขาเป็นคนที่พูดตลกปล่อยมุกตลอดนะครับผมแล้วก็สร้างสถานการณ์ให้สนุกแล้วก็คอยยับยั้งอารมณ์น้องๆทุกคนครับผมทีมผมทั้ง4คนเก่งทุกคนครับแต่ละคนมีจุดเด่นในทีมแต่ละคนไม่เหมือนกันผมจะเป็นคนคอยดูน้องอีก3คนที่ผลเล่นเกมนี้ก็เพราะเป็นเกมระบบทีมใช้ทีมเวิร์กมากกว่าการมีทีมเวิร์กครับผมแล้วก็สิ่งที่สำคัญคือการใช้สมองในการเล่นเพราะว่าต่อให้คุณเล่นเก่งแค่ไหนคุณเล่นไม่ใช้ความคิดคุณก็โดนยิงได้นอกจากทีมไทยนะครับก็มีทีมที่น่ากลัวหลายทีมเช่นเกาหลีอินเดียก็ถ้าชนะได้อันดับ1เนี่ยก็ส่วนหนึ่งก็จะเอาไปให้แม่ครับผมแล้วก็เก็บไว้เป็นค่าทุนการศึกษาของเราด้วยกระโดดลืมตัวเพี้ยนโทรศัพท์อะไรอย่างนี้ก็ได้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยกระโดดแบบดีใจว่าได้แชมป์อะไรอย่างเงี้ย Illuminate Fantasy Future
Да,
안녕하세요. 저는 갤럭시 두두 아이디를 쓰고 있는 황두환입니다. 팀 갤럭시의 갤럭시 그룹라는 아이디를 쓰고 있는 이호근이라고 합니다.
갤럭시 히스라는 아이디를 쓰고 있는 김덕환이라고 하고요.
갤럭시 콩이라는 아이디를 쓰는 김정입니다. 아기가 태어난 지 이제 4개월밖에 안 된 상황이라서 와이프 혼자서 아기를 봐야 되기 때문에 걱정들이 앞섰는데 누가 통피에 보내줘서 기쁜 마음으로 참가할 수 있게 되었습니다.
살아남아야 한다는 긴장감, 그만큼 최후의 생존자가 됐을 때 희열.
모든 게이머들이 동등한 조건에서 실력을 거둘 수가 있기 때문에 그같이 이제 시간이 좀 모자란 직장인들도 충분히 즐길 수 있는 게임이라고 생각해서
태국에 있는 RRQ라는 팀이 플레이를 되게 부드럽게 잘 풀어나간다라고 생각을 했습니다. 아무래도 코리아팀, 한국팀들이 가장 경계가 많이 됐고요. 유력하게 선수는 제가 봤을 때 리퍼라는 검색 선수가 가장 위협이 될 것 같습니다. G스타 경기에서는 되게 활약을 하셨던데 세계 대회에서는 아마도 저한테 빨리 죽지 않을까 생각을 합니다. 파이팅 하세요.
여기서 꼭 좋은 성적에서 상금 다 갈 테니까 그걸로 맛있는 거 사 먹자. 사랑한다.
돌아가게 되면은 좀 더 잘하고 우성이로 내가 좀 더 많이 볼 수 있도록 노력할게. 항상 사랑해. 고마워.
갤럭시 Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, that's what we need more of. We need more of Maroon 5 singing. I'm needing that in my life.
100%.
That's right. We're going to be getting on to the final game here in just a few moments' time for day number 1. And overall, coming in, it's very clear that our Chinese teams have proved that they are very top of the mountain so far. Can they continue that momentum? And what do you want to see changed up from some of these other teams here at the tournament? Because right now, they are being ran away from quite considerably.
Right off the bat, just some teams not being aggressive enough. We saw with the terror squad from India, they're just not being aggressive. When they are actually aggressive, they can actually get some kills, but then they get knocks and they just pretty much wait and then they run away. I don't understand that gameplay. They want to go ahead and just push. If you see the other team hurt, pretty much like how we saw GTW, they saw 2 players were down, a car came out of nowhere and just destroyed the squad. Even though one of their players got knocked down, they were able to go ahead and pick them up. So the terror, I want to go ahead and see them from India just pretty much pushing the action a little bit more and seeing what they can do.
Definitely. A little bit more decisive and team gameplay, I think, from a lot of the other squads that are not the Chinese squads. You're seeing a lot of kind of fragmented individuals getting knocked by themselves, a little bit away from their team, and then immediately getting finished. I think sticking together a little bit more, playing a little bit more decisively, rotating a little bit earlier, and trying to secure those positions so they're not trying to get into a zone with a squad like LH-DOU, gunning them down, essentially trying to get in.
Well, briefly, we just saw a team, big Russian bot, and overall, they are one of the teams that's quietly been doing pretty well here throughout the tournament.
Yeah, they haven't had any disappointing finishes so far. They've done pretty well consistently. Big Russian bot hasn't secured a ton of kills, but they also haven't been quiet either. Again, they're going to be looking to put some up on the board here as the tournament continues.
Yeah, they're definitely being sneaky. You don't really see much from them, but they're being consistent, and that's really, really good in tournaments like this. And as we see there, Galaxy, pretty much Galaxy just not really sure what they're going to go ahead and do in this next couple matches. More than likely, we're going to go ahead and see some of these teams that might be towards the bottom trying to at least push the action because it is going to be the last game from day 1.
Well, what I want to see, though, out of this last game is I want to see a non-Chinese winner for this game because somebody, nothing against the Chinese team, somebody else needs to make a statement here in order to climb their way up the ranks in order to have a shot at getting one of those top 3 spots.
Maybe Thailand can continue on, maybe.
RRQ Athena would be a great pick for that as they are sitting just out of 3rd place right now, down in 4th.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, Team Galaxy, in the previous interview that we just saw, was one of the teams that said, RRQ, we're coming for you, which is a big statement considering what we just saw from RRQ, Seven.
It is. They're definitely going to have to maybe want to push the action right from the get-go as soon as they land. If not, if they're given enough time to loot up, kind of like as we've seen with LH-DOU, you're just not going to be able to take teams on like that.
Yeah.
They're getting to the safe zone first. They're pretty much they're playing the most perfect game, but they're not able to get a win. That's something I also want to go ahead and see. It's LH-DOU or maybe GT-DOU. Can they go ahead and get a win? We're seeing consistency, but I want to go ahead and see some wins from those teams.
one of the things that we're seeing as well is like just not split drops, essentially. People being split away from their teammates. So if they're together, they'll have an opportunity to push and finish squads early.
Circles have been very, very generous to people as well. Not that many hard shifts compared to what we used to for some of the regionals. But thank you very much, gentlemen. It's time to get into our final game of the day here. The final game for people to rack up points of the day going into day number 2. Gentlemen, take it away.
I bet we're about to see an airplane. I just have a feeling. Here we are headed into game number 4, though, and there is the plane headed into the arena right now. We're going to be dropping a nice little care package for everybody.
That
right
definitely never gets old. That it looks just so freaking cool. And once again, this is sponsored by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. I actually been using mine to take pictures here with the audience, and I've been posting them on Instagram, so definitely go ahead and check that out with Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And let's see this plane path, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, right down the middle. Looking like a, what is that, a west to east plane path here, right down the middle. And we've got some people jumping early. It looks like BRK, again, heading to the same exact spot, going to Watertown once again. Very comfortable to loot up in a very familiar scenario. And it looks like Gangstar's heading to their comfortable North Georgia pool spot as well. We've got teams kind of heading to, again, back to their roots, kind of getting comfortable. And you're going to see hopefully some action early as they're going to start dropping on top of each other more than likely.
And to be honest, that's something I actually want to go ahead and start seeing a lot more of, just teams landing where they're comfortable with. It seems at the beginning there, some teams were just really uncomfortable, and actually we're getting some knocks right off the bat. I'm not able to see their name there, but there is people getting knocked. Everybody landing super close by. I cannot tell that name. KWC
Korea
actually
Winter
Evos.
Chickens, they're taking down Evos. Holy cow, that's a huge turn of events there. Let's see if they can actually get finished off. That has to be on the West Coast somewhere. We don't exactly know where those guys are at, but again, Caviera looting his way through Watertown, similar to Baraka last game.
Definitely. Pretty much BRK, this is, from what it looks like, they're going to go ahead and keep on landing here no matter what. And it seems like nobody's going to challenge them, so might as well just keep on doing it as he is able to go ahead and get an AKM right there. But Evo's getting two players
down, yeah.
2 members down this early in the game. You definitely don't want to go ahead and see that. So more than likely, they are not going to try to play so aggressive and go for placing a little bit more. As well as the AKM here. And another thing I want to go ahead and mention, they don't really get that much really good loot in this area, but they still keep going to it. I wonder why. I wonder if it's maybe because nobody's challenged them, but every single time they just go into this spot right here in Watertown, Venice, whatever you want to call it, Atlantis.
Part of it is the availability of a vehicle. They go across the street, they send one member to grab that car, and that gives them portability and mobility, being able to move around the map. You see CPT here also trying to move it south a little bit. They look like they're going to be heading down to military base potentially on this motorcycle.
Taking full advantage of that motorcycle. We see some teammates just picking them up, and look at this. Talking about the terror squad, they do have somebody nearby. They currently don't have any weapons, or at least this player doesn't have any weapons. Amit. So more than likely, he's going to go ahead and try to loot up as soon as possible. And I want to see, can they bring up the little action? As somebody from the Japanese team is currently very low on health. Luckily for him, he just found a med kit there.
Looks like they looted up. They found several cars and brought them all the way to Severny, and it looks like the Terror Squad did the exact same thing. So coming in from different sides of Severny, ultimately, we'll see if they do meet. Terror Squad definitely needs to take that fight and try to get some kills racked up early to get some momentum going.
Yeah, I'm sure the Terror Squad there don't want to go ahead and just let a statement there from India and let them know, hey, we're here. Namaste, baby. We're here to win some, all right? So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to go ahead and do. Now they have the guns. They got the DP-28. Once again, I'm seeing that actually a lot from Terror Squad. They are using the DP-28 every single match, no matter what. At least one of their players are going to be carrying it, which is good, especially if they're going up against vehicles, because that thing just shreds vehicles.
It's really interesting that they find them so early as well. I don't ever find DPs that early in the game as frequently. These guys are every single game. They've had multiple players with DPs, and that's a really solid gun.
Usually when I spawn, all I get is just a pistol. And I'm pretty sure you people currently watching at home, let us know in the comments, are you that type of player where you pretty much just land and all you can find there for like the first minute is just a pistol? And look at this. Arab Madness.
He's going to snipe him with the shotgun there.
Fandy getting some shots there on Arab Madness, one of their players. Fandy actually starting to rotate around. Great place here by Fandy.
What happened? Fandy's teammates left her. Exclusive took off in the car. I think they had a buggy and left a couple behind. I think they're out trying to search for other cars. Arab Madness King was laying in the road, I believe, going prone, and watched that car drive off. And now Fandy able to light him up as he gets back to the house.
Fandy in full send, part of the fan favorite picks. And look at her. She's trying to move around. She's going to be able to get him. She's actually starting to shoot at the car. Interesting place there by her, as she doesn't really have that much cover. All she has is the bush. If she gets seen through that, you're going to get knocked out. But Arab Madness, I don't think they currently have the arsenal to take into that fight.
Maybe not. Fandy with the scar, rocking the scar, has a health kit as well, so she can heal up if necessary. But again, comfortable to find a bush, hide in it, and then ultimately make her escape. She does find the buggy here and is going to try to go meet up with her team.
Probably let them know, why did you leave me by myself over there? Oh, and look at this. Talking about the terror squad, one of them got knocked down. Actually, they traded knocks.
We'll see if that deters them now. Will they shy away now from the fight? Or are they going to try to position, get, a little bit aggressive here and take on the Japanese squad? Both of those teams need to start making a performance, really making something happen here to get up those rankings.
Yeah, pretty much. Will the trend continue? We see them try to be aggressive, and as soon as one of their members goes down, oh, what a grenade! My goodness, that was a beautiful grenade by them. Now, this is what we're talking about. They have one player down. They have all of their teammates up. What are they going to go ahead and do here? Are they going to go ahead and push? And as we're seeing here, they are starting to throw the Molotovs. This will be a perfect scenario if he has anything else, just to go ahead and maybe push. But he has to watch out, because Noogie from the Japanese team is right there. Meanwhile, the Terror Squad is just holding back.
Doggy out on the flank, trying to hold these guys down. Terror Squad again holding back. They had the fresh knock, and then they had one that just got back up and was low HP. But again, choosing not to take advantage of the situation, letting them basically heal up, get back into the fight, and they're going to have to go at them again once they're all back to full health.
We have seen that backfire previously, and look at this place right here by the Japanese team, starting to flank around, trying to get different angles on them, and they are actually currently getting distracted by that, which they have to be careful, because the Japanese team is now starting to rearrange themselves inside that building.
Yeah, that UAZ definitely drew some attention, and it's caused the Terror Squad to rethink their position and start to rotate around to regroup. And you see that buy some time for the Japanese squad to get out of the house, jump out, and now they're going to rotate around. Nanitou, though, he might be in some trouble here if he lurks for too long. He's got his vehicle.
Nobody challenging them. Pretty much being able to go ahead and just loot up, take their time, no worries whatsoever. Maybe the only time they might have to worry is just crossing the bridge and somebody being in Milltown, but besides that, they're just going to be able to loot up, get maybe everything level 3 out of their minds, and then just go on and start destroying people.
Absolutely. We've got Anand has Doggy pinned down, and Doggy is going to be trying to escape that place. These squads both seem to want to take the fight, though. Both have had opportunities to leave, and look at that, the UMP on Anand. He had a great angle on one of them, but the UMP able to take him down over the row of houses, and Nanitou at this point is going to regroup with his squad, and they'll figure out if they want to push the action at this point with one man down.
And it seems that's exactly what they're going to go ahead and do. You're starting to see rearrange.
This
is what I'm talking about. The Japanese team knows they have them hurt. They're going to go ahead and start pushing. This is what I was hoping the Terror Squad from India would have done early in the grenade there.
Wow.
Amid gets taken now with a beautiful grenade.
And now they've got 2 players down, and Japan is on the offensive. They are going to be hitting the Terror Squad very hard. One finish there, Anand going down, Nanitou getting the finish. And now they've got 2 players pinned in a building. They know where they're at, and it's a 4v2 situation.
And another player just from the Terror Squad, absolutely so far away from that gunfight. He's trying, I believe he might be just trying to find a vehicle here. An interesting place here by him. Using the
He's trying to bait him out. If he can get him out on the ledge here, Torpedo can pop up and take him down.